Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that, you got the Star card, very first card. This is something that is very much aligned with our destiny. This is the confirmation of your purpose, your plans. If you were looking for a sign, this is it. Okay, let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. What are we getting this confirmation about? There is this spiritual insight taking place. And I feel like it's kind of the, oh yeah, look at that. My goodness. I think that this is really, you're looking for this kind of confirmation. You're looking for an answer from the universe, right? About this big decision that you are kind of considering. You might be in the middle of this transition in life, and I think you're kind of looking for an answer. Is this decision the best thing I've ever done or the worst thing? Is this brilliant or is this not brilliant? I think it has something to do with your finances or your living situation or maybe health, but I kind of feel like a bigger picture decision here. Right? And with the Death card here, it's something that we're thinking of letting go of or moving on from or transitioning out of. Okay? And yeah, a lot of earth energy here. I feel like this is a situation, it's kind of, I don't know if it's business or career related, but it's something that is big picture. And it's something that is affecting your physical environment or physical health or something like that in some way. So there is this impulse to transition out of something, and you're kind of looking for that blessing, that confirmation, and you are getting it. You've got the Star card here. Well, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just going to be set down right over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments, okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Let's look around the room here. We've got major, 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 lot of major arcana, all these major arcana. Very big spiritual confirmation. If you were looking for a sign, this is it. We don't have any fire. We've got a little bit of water, a little bit of air, and then all earth energies, right? Even this is earth energy. The Hierophant card is earth energy. And even the Wheel of Fortune, to me, has a very strong kind of earthly energy to it. And it's the Wheel of Fortune is the card that is saying, yes, this is time for you. This is the right time for you to make this decision, this transition. And it is the best decision or transition that you could make for your long-term success in life right now. Right? Long-term success in life right now. This to me, I mean, just look at these cards and this is the sign that you've been waiting for. Okay. Even with the Hierophant energy over here, this was kind of your other option. It's almost like with the Death card or the Hierophant card. Do I stay or do I go? Well, you're getting the sign here, and I think that the idea here is really for you to stay in your plans. Right? You've had this. I think really with the Death card here and that Star card, I feel like you've already started it. And you're kind of right in the middle of it and you're like, can I get a blessing, please? And I think you're getting that. I think that's what this star card is. It's saying, yes, you're doing something that is right for you, for your family, your loved ones, for your situation, for your long-term success. So with the Hierophant here, it is kind of it's that saying, yes, stay fixed in what you're doing. Stay committed to the plan that you're on. You're following your star. You're following your guiding light. Okay? And it may at times feel like the wrong decision, the wrong situation. It may be kind of painful. Some days you may look at it like, oh man, my cup is emptying. It's draining. It's broken. It's cracked. It's leaking, right? Other times you're going to feel like your cup runneth over. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's the nature of life, right? So we're going to go from feeling like we're the luckiest, just most fortunate, the smartest, best kind of Jupiter energy that we have. And sometimes we're going to lose sleep at night and think, why did I do this? And that's normal. That's the way it works. But there is the decision here, and this is the Lover's card now. We did a bonus reading for Cancer yesterday. We had this kind of lover's energy, and we were talking about maybe making this choice to enter into a romantic partnership or a situation or a collaboration or a business kind of thing with someone. We don't have any of that fire energy here. Okay? So I think for some of you, there might have been that partnership already. And now there is this idea that we need to transition out of that. Right? And maybe that was a temporary situation for you. But the Lover's card doesn't always talk about romance or partnerships necessarily. This is about the choice. And I think the choice, even though you are in the middle of the process already, because of this Death card is telling me that you've already started doing this. It's kind of like you're in the middle of moving all your boxes out, and then you just say, oh, by the way, I'm moving. It's kind of like we're not asking for permission, we're asking for the blessing later on, right? You're already in the middle of this move, and then you say, oh, can I get a blessing, please? And that's all right. I mean, that's showing initiative, if nothing else, right? But there's still that lover's energy that's over the top of you. It's kind of looming over you, and I think that is really the question, did I make the right decision? Was this the right choice, the right commitment? Because this is, I think, a big step. I think you're transitioning out of something. Maybe you're leaving something. Maybe you're kind of moving away from someone, something, someplace. Okay? And it really is for your very best life, because this 10 of Pentacles underneath everything is your best life. This is the picture of your best life. This is what wealth means to you. This is everything that you want in your life. So you're not just doing this on a whim. You're not just doing this because, oh, maybe the grass is greener over there, or, oh, I really like ice cream. I'm going to go have some over there. No, this is something that is big picture for you. This is something that it's almost like your entire future relies on this, And so the 10 of Pentacles you're doing it for a really kind of big picture reason, and not just a whim. You're not just kind of changing your mind every day or two and doing something kind of haphazardly, right? This is for the big picture. And I really do love this Jupiter energy in the background here, because I feel like that is really this idea that you're trying to grow and expand and improve your life. You're trying to really embrace change. You're trying to, break away from like old patterns and old habits or old relationship, old ways of doing things. And you're really trying to spiral up, right? So we're doing the difficult things. And I think that's sometimes this, maybe it feels really good to be doing this, and so you think, well, maybe this, if it feels good, maybe I shouldn't be doing it, right? Maybe it's supposed to feel difficult, because that's how you know you're making progress, when you're doing the difficult work. So I feel like there's a kind of mixed emotions here. But if you look at the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Swords, which is the stronger energy? Well, it's going to be the major arcana cards every time, and there's a lot of them. So when we have the air and the water, right, it's heart and mind that are not always cooperating. Okay? And we talk about this a lot with the idea of manifesting our goals, manifesting our best life, making progress, and that kind of spiritual energy. It's our thinking and our feeling, our heart and our mind that kind of interfere with that. We start getting doubts. We start losing sleep. We're not sure how we feel about things. We're back and forth, wishy-washy all the time. And that really is these two. And I think this is why we only have one of each, one heart, one mind card anyway. But even in these cards, there's a lot of swords and a lot of cups. We feel a lot of different ways about this. We think a lot of different things about this. We don't have an ace of either one, right? 7 and an 8, pretty far down the tree. So I'm hoping that maybe the mystery card is an ace. Any of the aces would be good. But I think that's kind of what's going on with you, is that sometimes we have conflicting feelings and thoughts about the decisions that we're making. And we're looking for that sign, for that blessing. Like, can I get a blessing to tell me that this is the right thing that I'm doing, right? But it kind of gives me a chuckle, because it's like you're not waiting to do it. You're not asking for the permission or the blessing from Spirit first. You're making the decisions on your own, and then you're asking, is this in line with my destiny? Can I get a blessing here, right? Is really that's the words that keep coming to my mind here. Let's go to the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it helps the channel out. It is good for the channel, and I appreciate that. So the Hierophant energy here, yeah? The Taurus energy, that is, I think, sometimes this is the idea of, should I stay in what I'm doing? But if this was a situation that you hadn't already begun, I think that would be the question. Not should I stay or should I go, but I think now the question is, am I going in the right way? Am I moving forward in the right way? And I think this is Spirit's way of saying, yes, stay committed to what you're doing. Stay where you are at now in this process that you are involved with, right? Because the Hierophant is very much that, the fixed energy. It's energy that wants to stay where it is. So if you hadn't made this decision yet, if you weren't already in the middle of this transition, then maybe the Hierophant would say, just stay put, right? Just stay put. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think the Hierophant here is to say that what you are doing, what your impulse, and maybe you haven't started the process yet, but it's saying that what you are being drawn toward, what you are motivated to do, what you really want to do, is where you should stay. That is what you need to conform to and adhere to, and stay committed and fixed in that direction. Don't start questioning yourself now, right? So even if you haven't started the process, you feel you're leaning in one direction. You feel like this is the right move. And that's maybe why, to me, it feels like you're already in the middle of it. Because maybe in your mind, maybe in reality, you've already started it. So just keep doing it. It's the right thing to do. Okay? The Eight of Pentacles in this position here now, someone in your life has the sweet tooth. Spirit is telling me to mention I don't think it's a toothache. I think it's just someone who really, really likes to have their sweets. Maybe it's you, maybe it's a loved one, but I feel that right now in this situation, there's a lot of sweets being consumed there. Yeah. Anyway, the Eight of Pentacles in the environment, it's maybe saying slow down on the sweets a little bit, but it's also saying that your caution here is appreciated. There's no fire energy here, so you're not rushing through anything. You're not doing anything impulsively or haphazardly or inconsiderately, right? You're being mindful. You're paying attention to what you're doing and how it's affecting everybody around you, and that's very responsible. And I think that this is something that other people in your life appreciate, something that you can appreciate. So keep that up, yeah. And this card is about prudence and about kind of knowing, to have a little bit of tact and subtlety here, right? There's a reason why there's no fire in the reading now. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is kind of a crowning achievement, but it's also a bit of a difficulty, because this is you at the end of the day, at the end of this process, being very successful, getting closer to your 10 of Pentacles, whatever it might look like. But there's this little question left in your mind. There's still this figure's looking at the past, looking at this long and winding road and just thinking, yeah, I'm here now, I'm on my throne, I'm in my abundance, I've got my pets, plants, my people are all around me, I'm in a good place. But did I do the right thing? You know, or I kind of miss certain things about that old situation. There's a little bit of nostalgia or a little bit of longing for the past here in the prince, or in the Queen of Pentacles here. I was going to say the prince. But the Queen of Pentacles cannot change the past, cannot go back and undo what's been done. You're here in this physical place. You know, when this transition is done, you're going to be in the result of it, whatever it might be. So it's okay to look at the past and it's okay to think about it, miss certain things about it. Of course, we're always going to do that, I think. But to linger here, or to start really letting this snowball into a lot of these doubts and insecurities and regrets, I think is a mistake. Okay? But that feeling might happen. I think that's why we've got the Eight of Cups at the end there. Because there are going to be moments where we just feel like this was a mistake, this wasn't the right decision, or I went about it the wrong way, or I miss the old way, or something like that. But then there's also going to be those moments, like I said at the beginning, where it feels like our cup runneth over. Okay? And eventually this kind of feeling will stabilize, especially as the Queen of Pentacles starts to turn toward the future and starts continuing. Like, looking at what we left behind, yeah, but look at what we have and look at where we're going. Right? Let's focus on that. Yeah. But let's also focus on this mystery card. Let's see what's going on here. I'm also getting a Z name. That's kind of an odd one. There's a Z name here for someone out there. Sometimes these kind of details come in. They're not meant for everybody, obviously, but someone out there, there's a Z name that's important in this situation for you. Okay, and those details come in as confirmations and validations of the energies that we're in. Mystery card, I want an ace. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, it's a 3. It's a 3 of Swords, but don't despair. Okay, because every card has light and shadow. Now, what we were talking about before was the heart and the mind, right? That we have this impulse, this plan. We're in the middle of this transition, but sometimes our thoughts and our feelings can waffle, can be wishy-washy, can vacillate, can go back and forth, right? And that's the human condition. But what do we have here with the 3 of Swords? Well, we've got a heart and a mind that are somewhat more stabilized, we may still have fluctuating feelings and thoughts, and it may be still a little bit of that chaos, but an 8 and a 9, and then a 3, well, I would take the 3 any day over the 8 or the 9, right? Because at least here there's still sometimes some mixed feelings, still sometimes some doubts, a lot less than there was. And also, even though there are doubts and confusion and mixed feelings and stuff, we're not going backwards. We're still committed. Our heart and our mind are at least unified, right? They may be kind of skewered here, but at least they are together, right? At least they're on the same page. And so they formed an alliance now, right? So the 3 is much better than an 8 and a 9 of separate elements. This at least is together. And so this is, things are getting easier. And maybe that's going to be a big relief for you, a big accomplishment, a big sign from the universe, a big blessing for you, is that things have gotten easier. They're not perfect, right? It's still a 3 of Swords, but it's so much better than it was. And so that right there is confirmation and blessing and promise, right? and reassurance. So I think this is very, very powerful energy for you. I think you're in the middle of a very, very big turning point or transition or change in your life. And I think you're doing the right thing. But we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's either up here in the corner or down below in the video description. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. You can come on back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.